Hi, I'm Wayne McDonald. Thank you so much for purchasing the book, 7 Keys to Living an Abundant Life. You just finished reading chapter number 3, and we talked about connecting with the family, connecting with your husband, connecting with your wife, connecting with your children. And this is such a part, it's such a vital part, it's such a vital key to having and enjoying life and having it in abundance to the full till it overflows. Connecting with the family. You know, if you can just get these first 3 keys in place, number 1, spending time with the Lord, meditating in His Word, and then number 2, exercise, getting under control what you're eating and consistently in your daily routine, spending some time exercising. And then number 3, connecting with your family. If you can just get these 3 keys in place and make this a part of your daily routine, you can just about take over the world. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm telling you, it's not easy to get these things in place, but you fight that fight of faith. Get these things in place where you're spending time with the Lord and where you're exercising and focusing on your diet. Now you have lots of energy, you have a clear mind, a healthy body. Now you can focus on building that relationship between your husband or your wife and your children, making that daily connection. So in the morning I get up, spend time with the Lord, and then I exercise, and then I make a connection with my family. Now sometimes in the morning that might be 20 or 30 minutes while all of us are getting ready to leave and go about our day. Connecting with my family in the morning. It can be as simple as going over to my wife and giving her a kiss on the forehead as she's getting up out of bed, giving her a hug, and then helping her with things around the house to get my daughter ready. Help making her breakfast, maybe make a smoothie for my wife or for my daughter. My little girl is she's so finicky with what she eats. One day she likes a smoothie, one day she doesn't. She's just at a stage in life where it's hard to know what she's going to eat. So I don't know what we're going to make her tomorrow. Today she didn't want a smoothie. She said, "Nah, that's nasty, Dad." The other week she loved it. Very finicky, but I make a connection. I make a connection with my daughter. I make a connection with my wife. And then throughout the day, I'll FaceTime my daughter. I'll FaceTime my wife. I'll put a phone call into them. We'll talk. We'll laugh. We'll make some type of a connection. And then there are several days out of the week, each week, that we have set aside. Specifically, Friday is our family night, where we get together, my wife and my daughter, and we either go bowling or we go to a movie, or if it's warm out, we'll take the motorcycles out or go bike riding, go to a park. We just like having fun. We set that time aside. That is our family night. And then one day of the week, we have a date night. My wife and I will go out for a date. Maybe we'll go to eat or go for a walk in the park or just sit and talk. And we fight for this. Now, there are things that try to come up regularly to try to get us off course. The same way in your own life. Things are trying to get you off course regularly to stop you from having family night, to stop you from having a date night. So it's something that you have to fight for. I always think of the family unit as you're married and you have kids, and it's like an airplane that takes off and it's flying in the air. You know, when the airplane takes off, it goes off course immediately, and you have to keep pulling the thing back on course. The autopilot, they set, the pilot will set the autopilot, but the autopilot is constantly engaging because the plane has a tendency to constantly want to go off course. And we're the same in life. The autopilot has to keep being engaged because it takes constant work. Things keep pulling on us. I know in the last couple months, we've had so many things try to get us off course with our date night and with our family night. But when we do get off, we pull it back on. Things come up. It's an anniversary. It's somebody's birthday, especially if you have a large family that you come from, and maybe on your husband's side or wife's side. So many things going on. Maybe you're involved in your local church, and there's always a church activity. There's always so much going on in life. Or maybe you're involved in sports, and there's games and there's practices, and you understand what I'm saying. There's so much going on in our lives. You have to fight for these things, but it's worth the fight. It's worth the fight to understand what the needs of your husband are, or what the needs of your wife are. It's worth the time and the investment of educating yourself and meditating on the fact of what they need, and then putting together a plan, setting a time aside each week, a day aside and a time aside where you're going to connect. Family night, date night. I learned this from my pastor, from watching my pastor of over 20 some years. Him and his wife Helen, they have a time where they have a date night. They stick with that, and they've done that as far as I can remember, over for 20 some years as I've watched them. And they have a great marriage because of it. They've reaped the benefits. You know, you might be in a place where you say, I don't feel like I love my spouse anymore. You can change that. It's just a feeling. You know, the feelings will come if you'll start to talk more and you'll engage with that person more. The feelings will come back. But you can have and enjoy life and have it in abundance to the full till it overflows. It's going to take some effort. It's going to take you being intentional about your relationship with your husband and with your wife, with your kids. There's great books at the end of each one of these chapters in this book. I have given you websites. Go on the websites. There's material that you can purchase. There's books. There's broadcasts that you can listen to that will enhance your marriage. I constantly read and I constantly listen to people that are experts in this area that will help me go higher in my relationship, because I have a great marriage. I have a great relationship with my family, but I don't want it to be stagnant. I don't want to just stay in that level, in that realm. I want to go higher. I want to keep rising to greatness. There's greater levels of intimacy. There's greater levels of communication. There's greater levels that you and I can go to, but it does take some effort and take some planning. So when you put these things into your routine and you begin to focus on these things daily, success is inevitable. Jesus came so that you would have and enjoy life and have it in abundance to the full till it overflows. So what changes do you need to make to connect with your family more intimate, more than ever before? Will you shut down every other distractions, the iPads, the iPhones, everything else is just shut out. It's just you, just your family. Time to have fun, time to connect. And I'll tell you what, when you do this, it brings order to your life. When the structure is structured correctly, when your life is in order, then you can pursue your dreams and your God-given purpose. That's coming up in chapter number 4. Once you have these first 3 keys in place, you're getting up and spending time with the Lord, and you are exercising, when you're connecting with your family, now there's enough order in your life where you can actually get out there and fulfill the purpose and plan of God for your life. You can start the business, write the book, because now there's order, there's strength, there's communion between you and your Heavenly Father, there's physical and mental strength, you're exercising, there's agreement because you're actually talking with your spouse, and there's order. So now you can step out and you can live your dreams, you can accomplish all your visions. And that's what we're going to be dealing with in chapter number 4. So thank you once again for purchasing this book. I know it's going to affect you and affect your kids and your kids' kids. It's going to have an effect that goes on for generations. And that's why I did it. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.